Today's video is about the 5 things I hate / love about my 2016 Scion FRS. So I have the little list on my phone right here. Keep in mind this is not in order whatsoever. It was so hard coming up with the 5 things that I hate about this car because honestly I don't have 5 true things that I absolutely hate about the car. So I kind of had to be picky about the 5 things that I hate. That's just a little reminder for you guys. And also I love way more than 5 things that are on the car. I just had to choose 5 things that I like for you guys. So we're just gonna get right into it and go down the list of what I wrote down earlier. So we're gonna start off with the 5 things that I hate about the car. Hate because I don't really hate them. Oh, for the first one is that the car is really slow. So as most of you guys may know, this car does not come with a lot of horsepower. This car is very slow. It's not the quickest thing out there. So if you guys are like in the market for these and you want a fast car at the same time, you're pretty much not gonna get that unless you like boost it or something. So right off the bat, these things stock are not the quickest things ever. Now don't mix that up with like being fun to drive because these cars are so fun to drive. So fun to take on like back roads and canyon runs. It's literally the funnest thing ever. And just driving in general, you can honestly drift it whenever you want. It's just super easy to drive. The second one that I put down is that this car is a cop magnet. Now it's mostly my fault, like I mean all the mods that I put on it and also the color that I chose. It literally gets the cops' attention so easily. Okay, now for the second one, this is very weird. I don't know how or why this happened. My front camber on the left and right side is not really even. Now before you guys tell me to adjust it to make it even, I've done that so many times. So I'll show you guys, this is the right side. So this is how it looks. It's pretty much flush with the fender. And then this side pokes way more. So this fitment on the left is way tighter than the right side. Now I did get an alignment and I did get these same specs on both sides with the camber. So both sides are at like -3.5, so it's literally the same exact on both sides. But for some reason, this side is more sunken in than the left. Yeah, I've always been curious about that. I don't know why it's like that, but that's just kind of one thing that bothers me, but it's not that big of a deal. Now for the 4th thing that I hate about this car is that this car smells so bad. It doesn't smell like ass, like not that bad, but just the fumes inside when driving the car, it smells like really bad. And you can really smell like the gas and stuff. Now 50% of it, I'm pretty sure it's because of the unequal length headers and that my car is fully catless and like straight pipe pretty much. And the other half is me thinking that I have an exhaust leak somewhere. So that's just one thing that bothers me. It's obviously fixable. I'm probably gonna order like some exhaust gaskets and stuff like that to try and fix it. But that's one thing that definitely bothers me with this car, is that it smells so strong inside of the car when I'm driving. Now the last thing that I hate about this car, as we all probably know, my goodness, is that this car has no space in the back seat. Unless you're like 3 feet tall, you're more than likely not gonna fit in the back seat, and you'll definitely won't be able to have like a tall person sitting in the front because they won't have leg room. Speaking of space, is that I pretty much do not have a trunk. So I do have 2 10-inch subwoofers in the trunk, and it pretty much leaves me with no trunk space. Can't really fit much in here besides like a few bags or something like that. You definitely won't be able to take this car to like the tire shop and like haul your rims and tires and stuff because of the lack of space. Again, these are like small things that bother me. Obviously this is stuff to keep in mind before you buy the car, and I did know of all of this stuff before I bought the car. Moving on to the 5 things that I love about this car. The one thing that I love about this car is that this car has been so reliable to me. I haven't had major problems with this car for the around 3 years that I've owned this car. The only kind of big issue I've ran into with this car is the rear axles. And if you guys don't know this, the FRS come with very weak axles in the rear. So once you lower the car, those axles like bend a lot and they tend to break at the joints. I do have a video about all the axle stuff about the FRS. I show you guys exactly what it looks like and pretty much like the whole rundown of that whole issue. If you guys are interested, be sure to check that out. I'll put the link down in the description below. But honestly, ever since I got lower control arms for this car, I haven't ran into any axle issues. I'm guessing the control arms had to play a part in that. I always broke axles when I was on the stock lower control arms. Aside from all that negative stuff, other than that, this car has been super reliable to me. I haven't had any problems with the engine of the 3 years that I've owned this car, alongside modding it like all the time. So the second thing that I love about this car is the stance and like the meaty setup that I'm running on. I've always been like a stance guy and like camber and slam to the ground, but honestly, after I got this setup, I literally fell in love with it. Like, it just looks so good with the tire letters and like the fat tires. It makes the car so much more enjoyable than what it is already. I can literally take it on like any road and not scrape. I can take it on back roads, canyon runs, and I don't have to worry about like the tires rubbing or anything like that. So that's like a huge plus, and one thing that I absolutely love is the stance, how it sits, just the look of like the wheel and tire setup I have on it right now. Can't forget about the tire letters too. It's a little thing that makes a huge difference to me. We are running out of daylight. Number 3 that I have on the list is honestly how easy it is to work on / drive. Now you guys have seen it before. I taught my girlfriend how to drive this car. Literally, she didn't know anything about driving stick, and I taught her how to drive this car in about a day. This thing is so easy to drive. The clutch isn't like super aggressive at all. It's not even close to aggressive. And my mom has also driven this thing. And also, while I was speaking about that, this car is super easy to work on. Everything is pretty much laid out in front of you. Like, it's not complicated. Like, the oil filter isn't like under the car, like in a crazy spot. Like, the oil filter is literally right there in front of you. This has been my first car that I've ever like modded and stuff. Before I got this car, I knew nothing about cars at all. But honestly, after getting this car, I've learned so much about working on cars. Speaking of working on the car, number 4 that I have on the list of why I love this car is that there's a wide variety of mods that come on the 86 platform. So I've went through so many phases on the car. I've went through so many wheel setups, so many different parts, simply because there's so much out there that you can put on this car. There's so many options with taillights, splitters, aero, you name it. There's so many parts for the FRS BRZ platform. It's like the dream for a car guy. Like, if you're into modding cars and you're looking for a good first car, I'm not saying this because I have one, but the FRS is probably the best car that you can get for your first car, because there's so many parts out there that you can buy for this car. It's so awesome. Now, number 5 that I have on the list, and definitely not the last thing, is the exhaust and tune that I have for this car. I get tons and tons of questions on what exhaust do I have on this car, and I'm gonna say it again. It is Borla unequal length catless headers, catless front pipe, stock resonator, and no muffler in the rear. So it's pretty much a straight pipe just with one stock resonator in the middle, and it's fully catless. The tune that I have on the car is an open flash tablet. This is a tablet that you plug into your car. You can literally download tunes onto that tablet and you can transfer it to the car. Now, the backfire tune that I have is a custom tune. I did have to alter that with the software that it comes with. That as well I will leave down in the description below if you guys are curious on how I make my car like shoot flames and stuff. Having a loud exhaust I feel like is so important when you have a car, because it makes driving so much more fun. Having a quiet car isn't that much fun versus having like a super loud car. Now, it's not obnoxious, it's not like ear-piercing loud. Like, it's pretty loud, I can say that. But it does have like the nice Subaru rumble. It got dark so fast. It looks pretty light out on the camera, but honestly, like right now, it's getting pretty dark out here. So I don't know how long this video was, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This car has literally been great to me for the 3 years that I've owned it. Not gonna lie, I thought about selling it about like 6 months ago, but I for sure talked my way out of that. This car has brought me so many opportunities, and it's literally been the symbol of my YouTube channel that I started 3 years ago as well. This thing has pretty much been my pride and my joy ever since I bought this car. It has been such a great car, and it literally puts the biggest smile on my face when I drive it. Like I said, it was so hard coming up with 5 things that I hate about the car. I had to be picky on like the 5 things that I chose. Throughout this video, I hope the lighting was good. I know the sun's going down right now. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Comment down below if you guys have any video ideas for me. And also, I feel like this car is overdue for like a new part install. So yeah guys, let me know what you guys want to see added to the car. I'm definitely in the market for a carbon fiber trunk, so if any of you guys are selling a carbon fiber trunk, let me know, DM me on Instagram or something, and we'll work something out. That has probably been one of the #1 mods that I've been wanting to put on this car. If you've made it this far in the video, comment down below Hillside. Comment down below Hillside if you've made it this far in the video. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I love you guys so much. Peace out.